The Franklin fire has been spreading fast in Southern California, moving with a speed that has shocked many people and caused fear across the land. It started on a Monday night and very quickly became a fire that seemed almost impossible to stop. Whole neighborhoods have been covered in smoke, houses have been lost, and families have been forced to leave everything behind. Local authorities and firefighters have been working without rest, doing everything they can to bring the fire under control, but its strength has made the fight very hard. Officials have told many people to leave their homes right away, giving mandatory evacuation orders to protect lives. Roads have been closed so that emergency teams can move quickly and safely as they try to battle the flames. Warnings have also been sent about the air, because smoke and ash are now filling the sky, making it dangerous to breathe. If you have reached this point, I invite you to take a moment and share your own thoughts about what is happening. Stories like this are not just about fire and smoke. They are about the meaning behind the events and what they are trying to tell us. When we see destruction in fear, we also see how fragile life is, and that reminder can move us to pray, to help, and to reflect. Your voice matters here. In the quiet of a chapel, when the night feels heavy with silence and the only light comes from the soft flicker of candles, Father Oliveira will someday be found deep in prayer. He will be seeking peace and guidance, lifting his heart to the divine in a moment of stillness. The air will feel calm, yet within that calm, something powerful will begin to move, as though heaven itself has chosen that moment to reach out to him. What begins as a simple prayer, whispered in the dark, will slowly grow into something far greater, something that shakes his soul. The chapel will remain silent, but in his heart and mind, an overwhelming presence will descend, both humbling and intense, filling him with the sense that he has been chosen to see what others cannot. From that quiet place of prayer, he will be carried into a vision unlike any ordinary dream. He will find himself standing high upon a mountain, overlooking the wide lands of California that stretch out as far as the eye can see. Yet it will not be the California that people know, filled with shining cities, green hills, and a coast of beauty. Instead, the land will appear swallowed by fire. The skies above will not hold the familiar blue of day, but will burn with a deep red glow, streaked with clouds of black smoke so thick that the sun itself will be hidden. The air will feel heavy and bitter, carrying the sharp scent of burning wood and ash, the very breath of destruction. From his place on the mountain, he will see rivers of fire moving across the ground like living creatures, eating away at forests, towns, and homes, leaving nothing untouched. The land that once stood as a sign of hope and beauty will become a place of ruin and despair. As he looks deeper, Father Oliveira will begin to see that the fire is not just of earth but carries a greater meaning. The flames will burn not only trees and buildings but will also seem to carry a weight of judgment, as though cleansing the sins of the land. He will notice that the destruction does not fall at random. Some areas will fall first, and it will seem as if those are places of deep spiritual decay, places where hearts had turned away from God and where indulgence had been given too much power. In the middle of the flames, he will hear the voice of the divine, not soft but strong, speaking through the chaos. That voice will tell him that the time of blindness, pride, and turning away from God has reached its end. California will stand as the beginning, a warning of what is to come for the whole nation. The vision will not stop at the borders of California. He will see the fire spread wider and wider until it touches the edges of America. Great cities, filled with proud buildings and busy streets, will collapse in the face of the flames, their towers and homes turning to nothing but ash. The very land will seem to cry out in pain, carrying the sorrow of its people. Within the burning, Father Oliveira will see shadows begin to move, darker than even the smoke that fills the sky. These shadows will not be ordinary, but twisted and full of evil, revealing themselves as spirits of darkness, free at last to walk openly in the ruin. They will search for those who have already given up their hearts, those who no longer hold faith, and they will claim them in the middle of the destruction. The fire will not just burn the land, it will bring out the evil that has been hidden, letting it move freely across the world. Yet even in the heart of such terror, there will be moments of light. Father Oliveira will see small places that shine, not with fire, but with gentle light that cannot be put out. He will see churches still standing, homes where families kneel together in prayer, and groups of faithful people who have not let go of their hope. In those places, the prayers of the people will rise like a shield, forming a wall of protection against the darkness. These few pockets of faith will not only survive but will give strength to others, standing as a reminder that even when the world seems lost, God's grace is never gone. At this point of despair and fear, when the fire seems ready to swallow everything, Our Lady will appear before him in the vision. She will shine with a light so pure and so gentle that it will cut through the smoke and shadow around her. Her presence will fill the ruined land with peace, even if only for a moment. She will not come with anger, but with sorrow in her eyes, carrying the pain of a mother who sees her children walking toward danger. She will ask for prayer, for repentance, and for people to return to God before it is too late. Her light will not stop all the fire, but tears will fall from her eyes and turn into drops of rain, soft and cool, falling upon the land. This rain will not put out every flame, but it will bring comfort, healing, and a sign of mercy for those who still seek forgiveness. With her hands outstretched, she will invite all to take this chance, to accept the grace being offered, and to turn back to the path of God. When the vision comes to its end, Father Oliveira will return to the quiet chapel where he began, but his heart will be heavy with what he has seen. He will know that it is not a vision to keep hidden but one to be shared with the world. In the days and years that follow, he will speak with urgency, telling people to prepare, to pray, and to hold fast to faith in the face of trials that are yet to come. His words will carry the weight of someone who has seen what is possible, and his message will call for unity, for repentance, and a return to a life of moral strength. The fire that burns in his vision will not just be about the earth but about the soul, a warning that sin leads to ruin and that only faith can lead to safety. Through his story, people will be reminded that the balance of the world rests between justice and mercy, between destruction and redemption. What he has seen will stand as both a warning and a promise. The warning will tell of what awaits if people continue to turn away from God, but the promise will remind them that salvation is still possible for those who turn back. In the end, the vision will not just be about fire or ruin, but about love, the love of a Creator who longs to bring his children back before it is too late. I want to take a moment to say thank you from the heart to everyone who has taken the time to watch, listen, and reflect on this message. Your presence here means so much because it shows that you care about more than just the events of this world. You are searching for the deeper meaning behind them. Every view, every comment, and every prayer you offer makes a difference, not just for me, but for everyone who comes here seeking hope and encouragement.